Hi, I'm Robyn and I'm going to show you how to convert your bus into a camper. And you may have different reasons for it. Mine's particularly for surfing, but I also transport my two beautiful nephews, so I needed to keep the two seats in the back, so I've chosen a long wheelbase Delica because it had to be four-wheel drive to get me to those secret spots. So, hope it gives you some great ideas. So I've designed something I'll show you in a minute that can actually have the full bed in it, but it can sort of flip back so I can roll back the seats fully and yeah, have the best of both worlds. So I've gutted it out, taken out these back seats, and what I've got here, these little flippers. So that's the full extent, two of these together for the bed. And when I have my passengers and I want the seats to go back, I just sort of flip that up and roll the swags back, and they come all the way back with heaps of legroom. But primarily, it's just going to be my surf bus. So, we'll show you how it all goes together. So, step 2, after purchasing surf bus and gutting it, just going to put a cover down. Gets very sandy. Okay, so right, sort of fold it up to it. All right. You just custom make these to whatever design that you like. Oh yeah, secret compartment.
Lid to the secret compartment.
But it's a secret, so don't tell. Just beware of the secret compartment lid.
Oh yeah.
That you then you actually screw down or bolt down or padlock down. So you can store cameras or whatever. Okay. Right, frames in. Soft fluffy layer on top.
Layer upon layer upon layer. That was an ad.
Thank you, my assistant Therese. Also, on the dimensions side of things, because I wanted to raise it just enough so I could fit two surfboards in, but not ridiculously high because it makes you feel claustrophobic, so you want it as low as possible, so just the perfect balance. But also I wanted it as wide as possible as well, so that's why the two pieces aren't shaped like that each. This one is, but then it's got, see a little lip there that enables this one to just slide on it. Otherwise it would be another 12mm wide here, which doesn't sound like much but is actually critical to fitting the two shortboards in, or a nice big fat mouw on the side. So if that one had the box sides on both ends as well, the surfboards wouldn't fit. So that was just a critical little measurement to try and save. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't show you all this before, but the one that's got the support here, there and down again, and this little lip attached to it that's going to support the other one. So it's cut in over the wheel arch, and this one had a sat-nav DVD player thing too, so that's also the wood's been cut in and over that. The other side, just taking consideration of the wheel arch, but with the two side bits and at least one centre structural piece. Otherwise your bed's going to go like that. It's going to have a big sag in the middle. And the middle support just ending here because that's where the flippers will flip back, which have their own little support things here, their own little legs to keep that solid. The wheel arches of course govern how high it'll be as well. I've just cut this one same with the step, otherwise it just sort of juts out and it's hard to climb in. Okay, what do you do if you get an unexpected visitor? The other day I had to transport somebody to hospital after a leg ropeless gigantic mouw landed on his arm and broke it. So, this is on a hinge, so this little flipper goes back. And you can do this to the other side as well, of course, if you want two passengers. This goes back in increments, depending on if it's a kid or an adult. So let's get that all the way back to my long legs. Okay. Of course, the surfboard that had been travelling under here will have to get sadly relegated to another area of the car.
Add 2 swag mattresses.
Oh yeah. That one's been shaped to fit. Now we'll add another layer of enduro foam.
Enduro foam.
Check.
Coming.
Yep.
Coming.
Butterfly flannelette sheets.
Butterfly sheets.
A couple of pillows, yeah, check. A microfiber quilt.
That would be this one.
Spare blankie. Oh, and a wool liner, yep.
The underlay.
Check.
The underlay.
So, do you reckon after the school holidays we can go and surf RE2?
Sounds good to me.
Just, you got a warm wetsuit?
When it gets a little bit warmer. No, I haven't. So what am I going to do? I've only got this short steamer.
I'll lend you one.
But,
We can call for sponsors.
Oh yes, we'll definitely get some sponsors now.
Now
Now that you've come third
In a mystery.
in your mystery,
Oh,
and I
And
even
a renowned short film festival maker.
true.
We're so legends in our own little lunchbox.
Oh, one underlay. This is going to be very comfortable when we've made it all up.
You're sounding old.
I am. Now we're beautifying the bus with some beautiful butterfly sheets. Looking good, looking cosy.
Oh, it's going to be even cosier with my new Delica cover.
Pretty. Go on, test drive it. Comfy?
It's great.
So you've been out surfing all day, all your muscles are aching.
Oh, I'm so
You
exhausted.
need a good night's sleep. So is that nice?
Oh, I can see the stars.
Looks good, looks cosy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could put some disco lights and things on the ceiling. Or glow-in-the-dark planets. Disco ball. This board's my absolute favourite. It's 8 feet long. And that slides up on an angle right here. All the way in.
Beautiful,
And
fits like a glove.
it does. And this side, you can put one long board, a Malibu, or a couple of short boards in.
Put a slide out awning on the side up there. Couple of chairs, little table, got all your gear. And go for a week.
Wetsuits for all occasions. Spare boardies. Everything.
Spare undies.
Undies, FCS fins. Okay, so that's going to go up the front under one of the flippers. This you can just stack full. Your pantry, cooking stuff, whatever. Slides all the way up. And I highly recommend a wet bucket. There's nothing worse than having wet wetsuits flying around, making everything soggy, so that's what that's for. And we're ready to go.
And you can put your bag up the front. You still have more room in there.
Oh, there's heaps. I just wanted to run through a couple of points with the surf bucket. This one here, the reason why I was drying out everything at, secret location, was this thing, they're just not very stable. They're surf buckets, but they're terrible. They just tip over really easily. So that's why I go for one with a solid base like that. Put my bits and pieces in there. I'd recommend not getting a queen size mattress, but having, say, the swags and the Enduro-Foam. It's easily disassemblable, same with the wooden piece, because the wetsuit bucket with the solar shower went over and we ended up having to dry things out a couple of times, so this made it easy. Not allowed in my car without sanding your feet, because, trust me, if you're going away for quite a while and you're sleeping in that bed, every time you roll over in bed, you're going to involuntarily exfoliate the whole of your body if you have sand, grit in there and salt. So I've got one in the front, one in the back, and you've got to sand yourself off before you get into bed for sure. Cookies! Oh, and 12-volt kettle, good idea too. If yours has curtains, I recommend tying them right back because they do obscure some of your vision. Moon roofs are awesome factor of 10, but they do let in a lot of heat, which in the winter is really great, so you can get inside your car and get dressed and it's nice and toasty. So the awning, great idea with some good quality, some rhino racks there, especially fitted on for the Delica. Cool little thing down here, I'll just show you. Okay, where would you hide your key? This is a great idea for just having a sparey, but certainly when you're out surfing, because gee, no one's going to look under the front wheel arch. I've just watched surfers come in under the wheel arch, like, oh, no one's going to look there, and everyone does it. So you pop your spare key in one of these, which is a combination lock. This one's got 3 place values, so that's 10,000 combinations, so you'd have to be pretty persistent. 001, that didn't work. 002, cup of tea. So there's up to, you can have 10,000 ones as well. So I pop this on my tow bar, and do look for one, especially if you're around the salt water, that's a good quality with easy. This one has little nodules, it's easy to twist, because some of them that I've bought, they corrode and you're freezing and you're trying to come in from a surf, get into the car, and the numbers just won't roll and they're duds, don't buy them. Okay, so I think that one's quite sufficient. It's a good idea. Apologies if I'm just stating the obvious, but you know, certainly going on the beach you have to let your tyres down and you get so much more surface area and grip. But you'll want one of these little pumps that just plug into your AC adapter, and a tyre pressure gauge to check how it's going. So also, one thing I noticed about this, you may not have this problem if you get this vehicle, but these standard things, don't wait to get a flat tyre. Seriously, don't wait to get one to then find out that you don't really know where everything is, because for a start, none of these even fit. So I had to especially go and get a very, very thin rim, one of these, for this, and I did get a flat tyre. I had no idea where anything was or how to lower it down, so have a practice first when you're going to go on a big trip. And I'm a total hypocrite because the thing that I wanted to demonstrate that actually fits on here is somewhere in the car. Who knows? Got to find it. Emergency supplies, muesli bars, cans of soup, lots of water, spare water, more cookies. On the jack side of things, I'm being a hypocrite again because I need a jack this is a high lift thing, and especially if you're in the sand, I mean that's a good platform, piece of wood or something to sort of base it on, but my jacks, yeah, I need to get another jack, otherwise I'm going to have lots and lots of levels of wood to compensate for that. And then you know, a couple of D-shackles and tow ropes, and you know, sandless, you can just Google it to see how much recovery gear, because it's a big juggle between bulking up your car, saving space, and just having just what you'll need to be able to get you out of a bad situation. And hopefully you'll be travelling with friends anyway, so it'll be okay. By the way, the Japanese cars were made for much better quality diesel than Australian diesel, so I always, each time I fill it up, I put in a bit of an additive, just read the instructions for better performance and longevity. So you can take out the back seats, but still have these 2 back seats up the front here, all fully pushed forwards.
If you pick up any hitchhikers.
Yeah, or any hotties.
Yeah, sure. That's dreaming.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Brad and Mr. Clooney, there's no room for you. Forget Thelma and Louise, it's Robyn Therese. Having a multi-purpose mobile compact home like this can just take you so many places and have experiences that are just so fun.
Straight out of the oven. First one.
Hot muffins.